Every office I've worked in, you just kind of get stuck, and people like really get stuck in their low level issues. And so I think one of the reasons why my health improved so much was because I was no longer taking on other people's energy, and I didn't have to be around their problems. And like, it was so liberating. I remember like my husband was like, would you ever go back? And I was like, no, like I'm not meant to be in an office. Like,
Yeah.
I want to make my own schedule. Like I pushed the boundaries as much as I could with my schedule in that office. And like, I don't know. I just feel like too, the office setting isn't really set up for a woman's health too. Like you're going to need space to really flow with your body and really tune in and listen to it, especially if you're going to be working more on that. And like, to me, the office wasn't set up where I could do that.
Yeah. And especially for us as INFJs, I mean, most big offices now are cubicles.
Oh my
And
God. Yeah.
the new ones, like I've had job interviews in marketing agencies, or even in, there's a lot of startups in Boston.
Yeah.
And every single one of them, I ask them, what does your office look like? And they're like, oh, it's this great open office space and there's music playing and people are
That
talking.
makes me so anxious.
I'm like, okay, like we don't
No.
even need to continue. I'm not working there. And they're like,
Yeah.
what? Like, what's wrong with you?
I think there's more research coming out that like it's actually creating like ADD tendencies in workers, and like it's actually not good for introverted people. Like I need space away from stimuli. I don't want to see people moving. I don't want to hear the slamming doors. I don't want to be listening to their water cooler talk outside my cubicle. Thankfully, I have not worked in a place where it was open concept. I've always had an office. But my first one I had to share with like 3 other people, which was still overwhelming.
Yeah.
But I am with you, like no open concept at all.
I'm so glad to read that research that, people are like, oh, maybe this isn't the best thing, but
No, and like, yeah, everyone talks about how great it is. And I'm like, that to me is like a recipe for attention issues.
yeah. How can you focus on anything? I mean, I work in a cubicle now and I can't hardly focus. I have to put my headphones in and turn the music up really loud, and then people are trying to talk to me and I'm like, why are you talking to me? I thought you wanted this thing that you wanted yesterday.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to finish it.
Well, in cubicles too, like your back is always facing away from people. So like it's actually bad. I learned this in like feng shui, where like if your back is away from a door or like where people would come up behind you, your body's naturally tense. So like your body, even just sitting there trying to do your work, you're constantly tense because you're on guard for people coming up behind you. So it's like a natural self-protection thing. So if you can see the door or you can see people coming in, your body will be naturally more relaxed.
See, I cannot stand not being able to see the door. Like whatever room that I'm in, I have to see the door.
Yeah, you want to face it.
Yeah, as far as my cubicle goes, I turned my computer to this awkward angle so that I can really see like out of the corner of my eye who's coming at me. And then thankfully the piece that's like right up that kind of comes around my desk has a glass piece in it so I can see that as well. And people come to my desk and they're like, why is your computer so weird? And I'm like, because I want to see you coming at me.
Yeah.
I don't want you sneaking up behind me. That's not okay.
Your body just naturally did it anyway.